You already know what it is.
What episode is this?
Episode 52.
52.
I mean, you do this every week?
I try to.
So 52 weeks equals
A year.
1 year
salute,
Annie.
my
We out
boy,
here.
salute.
It's the 1 year Annie.
Yes, sir. This is how we going to close out the year. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the AWOL Podcast. You already know what it is. Hit that thumbs up button if you're already here.
Absolutely.
Just hit the thumbs up. It's free to show love, but expensive to hate. Hit the subscribe button, the follow, all that good stuff. Now that that's out the way. I am excited to end my podcast year with y'all up in the building.
Thank you for having us, brother.
Right? I'm like super excited. I had a list of guests that I like, when I do this, I know who I'm gonna sit down with. Right? And I had a list.
Okay.
You was on there. You was definitely on there.
My broski.
So I met you today, but I've been rocking with your music, obviously.
Appreciate it. Thank
by
you for having
default,
us
right?
here.
And you
AWOL.
nice, right?
Thank you so much, man.
And on this podcast, everybody knows the history of a Redman record.
Wow.
And we're just going to start it off with this, right?
Yo, shout out to Redman from the area. I'm from Newark,
Shout
so
out
I
to
definitely know
Reggie,
about
man.
Redman. Absolutely.
Yes,
so.
sir.
So what's going on?
In 1994, maybe
Okay.
5.
I say yeah, like 95,
That's like There Is a
96.
Dark
95,
Side or
96.
something? Like
Absolutely. No. This
before
is,
it?
no,
this
we're
is
talking about
what-
Time for Some Action.
What
Oh, okay.
the album,
What the
Right?
album, okay.
Listen. I don't know what the statute of limitations is on graffiti. So we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Right? But I know I could go so deep on how long I've known you, dog. Pause. Right?
No, it's true.
I remember running across lunch tables. And you were the first one that hopped on, and you're like, "Yo, let's see if we could skip across the tables." You know what I'm talking about? Remember that?
Yeah. The downstairs lunchroom.
Yo.
Mary's.
Wildin'. Wildin',
What
right?
school was that?
St. Mary's.
Mary's, yeah.
Wildin',
St.
right?
Mary's, yeah.
My mom thought she was sending me somewhere nice. She sent me, and the gift of God, which now I think about it, you're more crucial than what you think. Not that what you think, like you're thinking about it, but I want to give you flowers.
Thank you, my brother.
Because you were the first one that, like, we were young,
Yeah, nigga.
but you were so hard body about it that I'm like, if anybody feels this strong about anything, I want to know why.
Yeah, man.
And your conviction is why I am who I am
Thank you,
till
brother.
today. So
that, man.
you have I tell everybody, you have a crucial point of my hip hop is because of you.
man.
So I just want to say,
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
fucking
you,
good
man.
looks,
You
bro.
already know,
Word.
brother.
for real, for
Yeah.
real. He came to my crib and said, "Yo, hold this album." And he would be like, "You need to listen to this, to this, to this, to this, to this. Listen to this, listen to that, listen to that. This is hip hop. See you tomorrow." It's like, "We're no doubt." He gave me a record. It's the fucking. That is the fucking actual record that he gave me in '95.
That's a nice record too, of Redman's, man. You can't find those around a lot.
Nah, man,
Bro.
that was like a New York.
So
classic.
I had
Like,
it.
you know.
So yeah,
Right? Peep game. Shout out to the homie Shakes, 365, Bobby Krills,
Word up, man.
J.I. Shout out to all of them.
Salute, and boy in the building.
You already know, right?
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, Shakes here." He's like, "Yo, let me hold that." Before anything was popping, before they were 365, Shakes was like, I was like, "Here, hold that." Bro, if I take the record out right now, the vinyl, it got markings of where Shakes already wanted to like loop it back from, right? And then I was like, "Yo," I started I gave him that in no, I'm lying. You gave it to me in 95, 96.
Somewhere like
I gave it to him
yeah.
like 99. I got that record back last year. So Shakes had it in his possession for 11 years, however the fucking long it was.
Shout out to my bro. At least he fucking kept it, man. You
Bro.
know, you know,
And then
he
I was
never
like,
lost it. Or
I wanted it back though, and I was like, "How am I gonna get it back?" I'm like, "I know how." I asked him to do the podcast. Like, yo, shout out to Shakes, dog. I duped you,
My bro.
right? But nah, for real, it was all love. So I was like, "Yo, Shakes, do me a favor. You still got that Redman record?" He was like, "Come on, man. Of course, I'm hip hop. Of course, I got that Redman record. Is that my phone? disrespectful. Like
I never owned that Redman record, but I definitely love
that was my fault. My bad.
that whole Redman time frame. Shout out to Redman again.
Yeah.
One of the dopest
And the
to do
record's
it.
back. And I talked to my homie today.
I had the CD.
And he was like, yo,
I
you
wasn't
think
a
Joey's
DJ.
going to want it back? I'm like, Joey got to fight me.
No.
He ain't getting it back. Because he got, nah, it's a rap, dog.
That's dope, though. I like the
You're not getting that back because I'm going to keep
brother.
the history. That record got so much history,
That's like
bro.
Alfred Hitchcock meets Redman.
Bro, I feel like I found the first edition of Harry
Nah,
Potter.
that record there, that was actually
Oh, man.
I always say shout out to my homie Gerald. When I was a kid, he was the dude who pretty much was like a mentor to me, you know, with this hip hop shit. He basically like pointed me into the direction of what I should be listening to, and literally my first rhyme that I ever wrote was alongside with him and shit. So
Okay,
that was a gift, because every Christmas and every birthday he would come with either a tape or a record, you know. And that was like, you know, from when I was like a little kid.
That's
crazy. Nice,
You
yo.
know, like
Look where it's at.
that did like, no, like,
So does he get it back today or what?
No,
No, it's a rap.
Nah,
You gotta go outside.
I tell you this, I appreciate the fact that it's actually here.
Word,
and
right? Like it's still alive, it's
fucking
still
there.
around.
The actual record
That's
is still
awesome.
in its
Like, that's
original
so
sleeve
cool.
and
That's
all
so
that shit.
cool,
So
man.
Yeah,
that
that's
there
fine.
means
I'll
more
take it
than
now.
anything.
I'll hold on to it for 4 years and then give it to the next person.
Right? I'm just so happy that I got it back that at this point I'm never gonna let it go.
I'm gonna
now.
eventually-
You
Frame
feel me?
it. Put it in a frame.
I'm gonna put this out there, and you know, the whole world's gonna.
Red,
hear
if you
this.
hear us, sign it for
I was about to
before
say,
you
yo,
first-
Reggie, I'm gonna bring you over here, bro. I'm gonna bring you here to sign this, brother. We're watch. We're
Gonna make that happen.
We are. We're gonna make that happen.
We gotta make that
I'm
happen.
letting the world know we're gonna make that happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
So that was the Redman record. I just had to clear that up. So y'all think I was bullshitting every time I've been telling you how
Nah, that's
the
true spill.
story of the record is. It probably been told 7 times on here.
True spill. That's true.
And
spill
that's the
right
facts.
There, yeah.
So I'm here with Joey Dynamite, Soul NUJERICANS,
Yes,
right?
sir, brother.
I also want to give y'all flowers on the level of hip hop that you do, because there's a difference in my world between a rapper and an MC,
No,
right?
absolutely.
Where I would put y'all in the MC category. I know y'all probably think that I say that to every person that makes music that comes on here, but I only have MCs on here.
Word
This
up.
is why I can say that. I'm not gonna have a rapper on here. I
Alright.
will, but I'll just call him a rapper.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But the vibe that I get when I listen to y'all shit, bro, it's like, fuck, it's so authentic that I'm like, yeah. You know
Thank
what I
you,
mean?
man.
Like, it's like, it's not lost. You get what I'm saying?
No, we're definitely striving for. You know, we talk about this. I feel we we got our own sound and shit. You know, our chemistry's good. I feel that I feed off him, he feeds off me. We bounce ideas back and forth, and even through our beat picking process, it's we always try to come right through the middle. If he really likes something and I don't like it, we'll try to meet somewhere in the middle. But 9 times out of 10, all of the beats that we use, we both agree.
Is that a, how does that work? Like,
It's like we go into a studio room and just like 80 candles that get lit in a circle, and whichever beat floats in the middle of it, that's the one that picked.
word, y'all hear Ouija board. Y'all
Nah.
Jay Dilla. All right. Fuck, too much? All right. We gonna do Pete Rock.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you open a booth and it's like a spirit and hand you the mic. It says, "You gotta write this."
Y'all getting down to the fucking premiere, and that's it. You're like, fuck, all right.
Nah, man, it's just a standard basic shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, like usually we're fortunate enough that we got a good crew of like in-house fucking
Yes,
beat makers
Art,
that they come through.
Joey, shout out to Joey
Bring
Dynamite.
that down a little. Yeah.
Yeah, right here. All right,
you can bring that
shout
one
out to Joey Dynamite. You know, I gave him a bouquet already. He throws it over his back like a grenade, so it don't even matter right now. But,
That's the organic shit, though. You know what I mean?
But yeah, man. You know, like he got good beats. Arc. You know, a lot of the local cats tab.
Soul too, man. Soul be playing fucking guitar. He be fucking banging out on the motherfucking computer and shit, like making crazy beats.
Yeah, I make weird shit. Like shout out to Mono Neon. Like I like do music. Like
Yeah.
I'm some weirdo, man. You know.
No,
Nah,
but
but I
weirdo
think
with the
that's real,
music.
though.
Yeah, man.
You just gotta find. That's the thing, though. Everybody wants to feel like. I feel like people I had this discussion because I had the studio in Wells Fargo,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I was always telling everybody, like, what's popping now is popping now. You can't do what's popping now because by the time you get on it, you're late now.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? You'll never be what's popping now.
Well,
You'll
what you
never
do,
be.
yeah, you don't worry. Like I guess in creativity, you just don't worry about that. You make what you do, and your confidence supposed to hold the weight of it all. Like if you worry about what everybody else is doing, then you'll always worry about what everybody else is doing. Like you're supposed to take that stand and say, "This is what I want to do." And some people venture off, do their own trailblazing. Some people like a particular genre, but try to master it. But you know,
Yeah, if it's organic, if you just do it organic, bro,
then it's usually good. That's
Yeah,
usually the good thing to do.
absolutely.
you really can't fail. Like there is no failure because you're doing what you do. You know what I mean?
Well, there's failures, but you know it's how you take it. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, true. There is failure. You know what I mean? But like if I feel like if you just do what you do, there is no bar.
Yeah.
You're setting the bar. So how did you fail? Because nobody's doing what I'm doing.
Well, you know, to make something, you know, there's a lot of failures that come
You grow
to
from failure.
a perfect product.
You definitely grow from failure.
You may see the perfect piece of bread, but you don't know how many failure recipes I went through to make that bread the way you
Yeah,
like
man.
the taste of, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, but no, there's definitely growth in failure, man, because
Yeah,
you know
man.
you eventually learn from the mistakes
I learned
you
from my
made,
failure to what you gonna like,
and then you just
from the
make-
taste,
yeah,
from
you
to make the
something better.
perfect recipe.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
you
like
know?
the bread maker, man. To make the bread.
Not everybody hits the motherfucking ground and they're a shining star. You know, there's some kind of road that you got to take to get there. I'm a firm believer.
And you can throw money at problems a lot of the time in life, and it fixes it if you just throw the money at it.
yeah,
Fix
but
the problem.
yeah, but you know that's
But I feel like that's like short-lived and it's not organic.
exactly,
And that's
yeah.
gonna be like eventually that problem only got solved because of money. It didn't get solved through like
Well, here's the thing with
a
growth.
real way.
If your organic approach is at a slow rate, but your monetary thought of it is bringing you a faster growth, which one will you go for? Because you're only given a certain amount of hours to live. No matter what you do in life, you're only given a certain amount of hours. So then what are you going to do with it? You're going to wait for the organic growth because spiritually you're going to be good, which is good too. Everybody got their own path to make. Like
Damn,
I
that's
said
a
before,
good question,
is what
bro.
you want to do and how bad you want it or how fast or slow you want it.
It's how you got to utilize those hours.
But you only get a certain
man.
amount of time on this planet before
didn't
you
think
go on
about
with
it
that
like
thought,
that.
man. So you utilize it how you do it.
I was about to cut you off and be like organic, but now that you
True. You
now
can
I'm
do it
like,
organic.
fuck,
You could
though,
do
but
it.
how
You
long
could
if
do it.
it's slow?
But if you
That's-
feel good inside, and you can say at the end of the day, yo, I did it all organic. Give me
Cool.
my cane. Hold
10
on.
people know you.
Let me take my medicine. Hold on, I gotta take my pill. You open up a big ass pill case and
Yeah,
shit.
you're
Nurse
right.
looking at you
Can you still be organic and speed it up?
with the right push. With the I think there's a balance with money and an
It
organic
is,
push.
man. It's a fine.
The
it's a
same way you
fine
feed a
line in
plant,
it,
it takes
man.
money to feed a plant. You can feed it organically and let the rain come when the rain comes.
Look, listen.
Feed it the scraps from the street.
if-
But if you go to the store and buy some plant food, your plant gonna live better.
No, but I mean, it just goes with anything. Like, I'll give you an example. You know, like
Fucking facts,
like,
bro.
like we wanna do more shows that are outside of the tri-state area, more like north and south, and it's gonna take money for us on our end just to get over there.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, like when we deal with the promoters and everything like that, we have to make sure that it's beneficial because we have to factor in, you know, mileage and all that other shit.
Because
So
shit ain't free
nothing ain't
sometimes,
free.
man. So
You know, like sometimes we gotta rent a fucking car because all our cars are, each one of our real cars is not gonna make a fucking 5-6 hour drive.
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's like, you know, I'm just using that for an example, but there's definitely, you know, always motherfuckers gonna have to spend some kind of money.
So who do you like better, Big L or Sean P?
Sean P.
Because you got both of them up here.
That's my homie T shit, but Big L is super dope.
Dope.
Super
Yeah,
dope.
shout out to Sean
And
P,
I,
man.
listen, this is gonna
person,
be
man, in life.
controversial, but
Dope
I'm gonna
music.
put my tinfoil hat on right now.
Yeah.
This is my tinfoil hat shit right here. If y'all don't know, Behold the Pale Horse, you already know where I'm coming from. This is my conspiracy theory on hip
Oh, you
hop.
got some
All
good
right.
books up there, man.
I think Jay
Z.
got L popped.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
I think he got.
I don't know
popped.
about nothing like that. I don't want to talk about shit I don't know about. But I know this gas mask is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I could say this. I know that if L would have lived long enough to be signed to Rockefeller, he would have been the CEO right now.
That's what I mean.
You know.
Do you think Big L would have still been rapping or would have quit like Jay-Z did at this time right now?
Not to take anything away from Jay-Z.
No, I'm not taking anything away.
He's
I think Big L would have still been
a
rapping.
fucking genius.
But I feel like Big L was
overall.
already. I feel Big L was at a place that Jay needed to get to, and he would have always been chasing L. But if L's out the way,
No,
he could somehow
That's
take
probably
it.
what I think. That's what he would have thought. Maybe younger, but the older you get, you
Yeah,
think
true.
differently. And how big
But
the
L's
circle.
not. But L's not here though.
You know, there's a big circle of a pie to slice, and you know.
but
it's
Jigga
whatever, man.
was already big and was already
You're right.
was already
he
a
was successful.
thing.
You're right.
You know what L was gonna do. Put it like this: if L would have got on there, I don't think Cameron would have ever been signed to.
Or
So,
potentially
or
with,
been
or
any,
big potentially
you know.
with Big L sign. Who knows
Yeah,
how to?
you know?
Who knows how the landscape of the signing?
It would have
and
been
the,
different.
and
Yeah,
the
you know,
record
like,
label
the
shit.
whole
Everything
dynamic
changed.
of all that would-
Everybody.
the whole
But
Dipset
it didn't
dynamic,
happen.
all that would have been
But
different.
in reality of what we live, it didn't happen as
Yeah.
such, and we
But-
don't live that world.
But
Yeah.
rest in peace to Big L.
Yeah,
man.
rest in
Definitely
peace.
one-
Man, rest in
one-
peace,
one of
Big
the
L. I was
fucking
looking
greats,
at this
man, you know?
Funko. Shout out to Funko too. They're gonna have a new Jerican one soon. They're making them. As
Say word. Get-
we're working on that.
The fuck? Yo, T, you heard that, T? Rack up, dog.
Oh,
Shout
I'm
out to
sorry.
my
I
brother.
shouldn't have said that so soon, but yeah, it's whatever, man.
We can edit that out
what it
if y'all want
is,
to.
man.
Y'all want that edited out.
Nah, it's good.
Let's keep it in there, dog. AWOL Podcast. This is what we do. There's no script in here.
I signed
You know
the
what I'm
release.
saying?
It's good, man.
Yeah. To this day.
This is what we do out here. but where? So how'd y'all link up?
Through hip hop, man. Just through the love of this shit, man. Being in the right shows.
'Cause you
right
from
places
Newark,
and shit.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Sitting.
And
I'm from Parsamboy.
Parsan boy, can I get a Pepsi, please?
Parsamboy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like Per Fanboy, man. Got all the Puerto Ricans and the Latins out here. Man. I love
Yeah.
that shit, man.
Mad Dominican.
You gotta say it the right way,
everything.
so you know it's like you guys, you know, you gotta go over there and say Newark. We say Perf and boy, but you know,
Yeah.
Perf. With
I say
F.
Newark like you rhyming it with pork.
I mean Newark.
Newark. Yeah. Where you from? Newark. Newark. Imagine.
Newark.
I've
Newark.
heard it
That's
pronounced
in
like
Delaware,
that,
yo.
though.
Yeah.
Shout
That
out
is
to
in Delaware.
Newark,
Yeah,
Delaware.
yeah.
Shout out
So
to my
y'all
cousin
linked
who
up.
lives out there.
So y'all linked up on some house shit, like just
Yo,
was
man.
y'all at a venue and like, yo, fam, you nice. What's up?
Again, Ark and like
Yeah.
Ren Thomas and brothers like that, man. Just being, being with these brothers.
We're like, you know,
backpack superheroes.
Exactly, friends
Oh, shout out
from the
Backpack.
whole backpack superhero
Yeah,
thing.
man.
We used to show up to these events in Newark and shit, and he would come down
New
to
Brunswick, Court Tavern, all
we
the
would just-
Shout out to the
like,
homie Silent
and
Night.
It became something where, you know, like throughout the years, me and Soul, we kept in touch. We had a common liking for each other musically and shit. You know, we like, you know, we didn't like, you know, we would bang out songs quick, do whatever and shit, and then
I invited him over to the crib one day, type shit, and we was just chopping it, listening to beats, and we just like, yo, you want to do a little project or some shit like that? Because, you know, whatever, both solo artists. And he came up with like, yo, we want to do like the Jersey Rican thing, blah, 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 and NUJERICAN. Boom, like
It's a dope name too.
I was
and
like
they
a
got
few
little
days in, like
symbol
almost like
in
a
there.
couple days in, and just came up the name.
Motherfucker.
And then like maybe like, you know, a couple weeks later the logo, and we just started getting beats, and then we started getting support and love to all the rappers, you know, that show us love that we know, man, and much love to them all, man. There's too many to count actually, man, and much love to them all.
it just
you
took
know,
that, man. We
and-
just started
and-
banging out some songs, and the fucking momentum just
yeah, man.
gained, man. You know?
Yeah, man,
So-
and it's humbling, and you know, that's what's up.
And
Right
what
now-
year you think it was?
2015.
I want to say 2018 when shit started really kind of
Like
like.
no, when y'all linked up. When y'all linked up. When y'all were like.
First time,
Yeah.
first time, that was like in
no, back in the day, man.
2010 to, you know, some shit
Sheesh.
like that when we first.
Wow.
But, you know, I remember, my bad. I had bounced to Florida for a while, and then when I came back from Florida, and I always say this, while I was out there in Florida, Soul was one of the people that was like keeping in touch with me even when I was out there. And you know, like fortunately, I had a couple friends that would hit me back up, and I would take flights and do little shows while I was on fucking vacation. And
Word,
while I was
man.
here, I would link up with Soul and shit
Word.
like that. And then when I got back, he hit me up. Was like, "Yo, come through the crib." You know, we just started working on songs, yo. And then we're like, "Yo, let's put this shit together. Like let's
and
package this
it
shit,
really came together with it, and everybody around us kind of like came through like, yo, work on that shit.
Then we started doing
like,
shows, and that was the nail in the coffin. That was when we started seeing the how people were gravitating to that. Like,
the maturation of it.
You know, like these guys got a good stage performance. That's what go buy the albums, but come to the shows, come see this shit live, yo. Watch this magic.
You'd be surprised who we bring up with us.
Exactly.
All
You
stuff.
never
Like,
know,
you
man. We have
happen,
songs with a lot of good names, yo.
We should have did it off the top, but what's the Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, everything YouTube? Just tell them.
At NUJERICANS, you can find us where you
One word,
go, man.
NUJERICANS. NUJERICANS. It's on everything. It's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Yes, we're the New Jersey Ricans,
The
but
New Jersey Ricans.
I should have brought the stickers.
Oh no, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it, man. I'm actually gonna, like I said, I'm gonna hit you off with a whole bunch more. We got a lot of merch. I'm actually gonna leave this hat over here. You know, you guys can peep this. You could holler at us on IG, man. We got fucking lids. We got fucking
man.
All
We're
day.
You're gonna see we're about to have hoodies. We're gonna have scullies, all that shit.
So go follow them. Go do
Please,
all
man,
that.
go on YouTube and subscribe more so than anything. Go on there.
Yeah.
Hit that. Smash that subscribe button, man.
Yeah.
Smash that
Follow
shit.
us on
Hit that
definitely on YouTube, man. That'd be awesome.
Now, is there do you feel like, I ask a lot of MCs this, right?
Okay.
And some MCs and artists answer it different, but I get their answer. But now, do you feel like you're fighting a machine in a way?
What machine? A machine is
Just a machine of just the industry.
The industry machine?
Yeah, like, are you like,
Nah, hell no. I used to think I was fighting it until I got older and wiser.
Yeah.
You're not fighting nothing but yourself.
Look, man, we all batteries to
The
that
hell?
big thing, man. You know,
I ain't fighting them
like,
cats. I want to be that
we're all
business.
batteries
one day.
on
Why
it.
would I
We're all
fight
fueling it. How big of a battery you are is really dependent on what you're gonna do.
Or like he just said, what part of the machine do you want to be? Do you want to be the operator, the battery? Do you want to be the
fucking
clean up? Do you want to clean the machine when it's done?
You could be part of the gears, whatever, man. We're all at the end of it. You're serving this grand scheme of a thing, and you know it's not always gonna treat you the way you want it to be due to the people that are running it at the moment. But you could always have a cult following. You could always have a core group of people that are gonna show and buy and do everything as long as you keep attacking that.
Just do what you do and just know that the world ain't gonna change like that overnight because of shit. Like you gotta accept the world the way it comes, but you just bring your stank to the world, and either people like the smell or don't. But the same way you have to deal with it every day. But that's just how the world is. You gotta be confident in it. That's all. Some people may like the aroma.
that's a good
I ain't talking about farts and nothing like that. I'm talking about like maybe bud and
some badly,
some money.
You know what I mean? A little bit of green. We're going to launder a couple things here and there. You know what I'm saying? It's all above board. You know what I mean? Fucking, so now, like, all right, so y'all linked up. So y'all already, like 10, 11.
And we're already solo artists, so we all have our own individual albums out. We have our own thing going, so that we get together. It's kind of like cool. The two local Puerto Ricans from New Jersey that we reckon it. Let them come together and make a record with it. Like it's
Now, do y'all still
like
do solo shit?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Soul actually just put out a joint with.
Well, shout out to like DMC. I got a project called Secret Scientist. Beware of the Beaker.
He also did something
And,
with Tame One.
I got an album with Tame One from the Artifacts called Black Galactus and Latino Silver Surfer.
Exactly. I got a solo project coming out, completely produced by my homie Ark and shit. I'm like good 6 songs in there with a
And he has an album, The Boy Who Could Fly.
And I got
With the cockpit,
exactly,
bro.
yeah.
And then he got the album
covered.
And I got
you got the album before that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the first album.
Yup,
yeah,
bro. That fucking.
But we still definitely got this solo thing going. But right now our energy.
Yeah, right now I got my energy more focused on this brand right now because it's a good thing.
It's working, man.
And whatever we do after this, after we get this brand established, it's gonna be a good thing. So.
There's power in numbers, and if you find a comrade, it's like yeah, I could go to war by myself, right? Sure, and it's easier because now I'm only worried about myself. I don't gotta be like, yo, fam, you good? How many clips you got? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'll throw him a bunch of clips from the. But you don't even know it's already.
But if you're like, but you're still like, what are we doing? I'm not gonna let you die.
No.
So now I want to run up the hill, but I'm like, your ankle broke. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, everything is all
You know
planned
what I'm
out and
saying?
stuff, and you know, like I said, like you know, we put our two brains together and shit to come up with a good project, you know. And
That's
so far,
dope.
and it's working good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
He
And,
knows a lot of cats that make beats. I know a lot of cats that make beats. We basically put our resources together, and you know, like, and then with him, writing is easy. Like we sit down, and usually when we hear the beat,
Yeah.
he'll start writing.
That was
a
my
little
next
bit.
question.
Yeah.
I asked
All
MCs,
right,
what's the writing process?
The writing
What
process,
is it?
It's simple. We get our hands on the beats.
I mean, honestly, it's not like that with me. And sometimes he could write way faster than me.
That's bullshit.
Sometimes it takes me a very long time. I sit on beats.
I don't know. He said that's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
I sit on beats and
Look, listen. The beat
it
process.
just calls to me and then it comes out of
Exactly.
me and it just all comes out.
There's times
I don't write it. Something else writes it through me.
There's
Like automatic.
It's like a
writing.
muse.
There's
like a
times that I hear
spirit.
the beat
Word.
and I could write to it depending if I'm really feeling the beat. And then sometimes he's feeling the beat more. And if he's not feeling the beat at the moment and I already wrote a verse
Then
to
that's the kind of the lane that it's gonna be at.
Exactly.
Whoever comes with the initial lane of how the beat's gonna go, the other one will follow in suit with it. That's all.
But
it is,
we
pretty
also had our
much.
times where we put the beat on and we'll just like write it right
If
there.
we're in a house to get studio together like that,
We
boom,
could-
boom, boom.
we'll pen it out and just do the
Shit
hook
like
and
that.
everything, finish it right there.
And when it comes to content, is there like you hear a beat and
Yeah, the beat.
do y'all sit down and be like, yo, where we going with it?
Yeah, the beat.
You feel
the
me?
beat
Or is
talks.
it just
The
where's
beat-
your verse or where's my verse? Because you could be like
Well-
love song and then you out here.
Well, listen, that happens a lot. That happens a lot with MCs, but
yeah,
but we kind of talk it over,
Yeah.
and we kind of like listen to the beat, and like you know, you let the beat talk to you. You listen, it's like a beat whisperer type of shit,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and you let the beat talk, and you close your eyes. You be like, well, what is this beat saying?
Yeah.
Yo,
Like,
there's-
is it a slow? Is it an emotional beat? Is it just a rap? Let me just.
Go ham.
No
Or
yeah.
is it like a talk about somebody that died and let's
Yeah.
spread a message? You don't know until you hear the beat.
Yeah,
But once
exactly.
once you hear the beat, do
Every
you look
beat-
over and go, yo, this is where I'm at?
No,
with
this is
it.
where we at. Yeah, of course. You be like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
thinking
you
this.
have that
And it's a
conversation.
yes,
Yeah,
no, yes, boom,
absolutely.
boom, boom, boom,
There-
boom, boom.
like
there's
that. I
there's
like
been
that.
besides that there's been multiple times where we both get the beat like emailed to us by somebody. He'll start writing, I'll start writing,
Vice versa.
and for some
Boom.
reason it's right in the pocket, you know.
Oh, that's the comrade.
Yeah,
Shit.
you
know
know,
what I mean?
but that's something too we have an understanding. Like beforehand, he'll be like, I'll be like, yo, we're gonna write something to it, and he's like, we're just going in. Once he says that, I know more or less where I'm going with it, and he knows where he's going with it, and it's there. But we got like a song like Mariposa, you know, and that's
Island of Enchantment.
you know, like those are songs that are about shit. So we, you know, we sat down. All right, we're gonna talk about this. Okay, cool, and that's it. Once we have an understanding of what we're gonna talk about, it's there. You know, I start writing about it. He starts writing about it, and for
Pretty
some
much.
reason, it hits, yo.
Yeah,
It hits.
pretty much.
But
That's crazy.
That's the process. That's
Because I always wondered that because it was never like, oh, let's make a project together, fam. It was never that for me. I just wrote because I wrote,
exactly.
right?
I mean, we all do. I mean, if you're a writer, you write because you write.
Yeah, but it's like I wonder, like, cause I be in the stew sometimes, and we're like, they'll throw on a beat, and I got on tracks with a couple. Shout out to FaZe, you know what I mean, everybody else. But we did a couple tracks, and it was like, my question is like, where we going though? Because I'm not gonna waste my time writing some hard body raps, and then y'all out here talking about some.
you know, women and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, you gotta make it. You gotta make it clear before
gotta make that clear.
That's what I mean, and I wonder
going in the
that.
booth.
Yeah.
And I
go
wonder
right in
how
like
could
you-
you do that
Yeah.
with a partner?
Oh,
Every
I
song gotta be
I think
like
it's
that,
easier
no?
with the partner versus a stranger.
It is. Yeah.
No, but even with your homies, I mean, like,
yeah.
but if you're doing a collab album with two people,
Right.
every song has to be discussed.
Well, it's a business, and
right?
everything is compromised, and as long as we have these understandings, everything is fine like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah.
And we're professional. We've been doing it for a long. We're not like new rappers.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Shit, so, you know.
But even that, you get what I'm
So-
saying though? It's like the
Joey just has to call me and be like, "Yo, listen to the track. This shit sounds like blah blah blah. This shit sound like
Yeah,
some.
like, yo, I'm gonna write something like
this,
this.
and then,
what do you feel?
yeah.
Yeah. No,
and y'all chop it up and be like, all right, that's what we doing. All right, we'll hit you back in the
And
day or
that's-
two.
Or no,
and that's
like
that,
no, hit the next track. track. Like now,
Yeah,
we ain't in that mood right now for that
Yeah,
shit.
save that
I want to
one.
be hard. I want to do some
Yeah.
crazy shit right now. Like,
That's crazy, right? So y'all have those conversations. Like, dog, I'm not writing that right now.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we just came off a
absolutely,
conversation.
yeah.
Literally today we had a
Yeah,
conversation.
exactly.
What?
Yeah, it happens all. I think
Yeah.
all artists, you know.
Shit, sometimes we get beats and it's just like we look at each other. We're just like, there's
I mean,
only
out of
one I
450 to 500 beats, how many beats can you actually write to? In if you're given a 6-month time frame to write something,
Not.
you gotta
like.
you gotta pick your most favorite ones. You want to now be more
That's-
efficient.
It's
and,
more about that.
and
It's-
streamlining of what fits your brand.
Exactly. It's about finding the ones that you feeling the most that you want to put together that you want to use.
Off
for the
rip. You're like,
album.
off rip, I'll murder
Because
this.
you really don't want to waste time with
Or
your
just
life.
that, lyrics are special. I don't want to waste no fucking good fucking verse on
So,
a whack ass
you know.
beat. I want to, like.
I
put
don't mind if it's a good
Yeah.
friend. I don't get. And listen, and this is not to say that if my friend makes beats because I love him to death, he got a beat. He says, "So I really want you on my beat." Out of the kindness of my heart, I've done many songs like that, man. Because music's like that.
Yeah, forget it, man. I'll be giving
He
songs
spread
away
love
if
like
that's
that. But when it
That's
comes to
real.
the business side, like, we're doing, you
I want it to be something
you
I
think
like,
more. You
know?
think more differently when it comes.
But
to
it's
that.
personable. You're like, whoa. This ain't a
Well,
favor, dog.
You
This
think
is
how
my
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
you think how
yeah.
it's gonna affect your brand and your business and the future projection of it. That's all.
Mm.
From your quick thought.
Yeah, because you can't just like for the homie, I'll do whatever for the homie. Like I'll spit something.
Absolutely.
But for my shit,
But for my project,
Everybody leave me
with
the
my-
fuck
with my
alone. I'ma do
business
what the fuck
partner
I
and
wanna
everything
do.
Like that. No, it's not just my say. It has to go through another
Yeah,
person.
yeah. It's a two. Yeah,
but that and that's what's crazy, right? Because when you do it by yourself, you would think you have more freedom, right? Because you're like, I do whatever the fuck I want to do and that's it. But guess what, dog? Obviously, everything you do, you probably think is dope,
Well, everything requires
right?
teamwork, man. You need
But
a
it might not
team.
be dope though,
Nah, shit.
right? So if you
Shit,
fucking with somebody else,
I've picked beats that I'm like, yo, I'm feeling this shit, and he's like looking at me like, hell no.
Okay.
I don't
You're
this
bugging,
shit.
dog.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at him like,
I'm
Really?
bugging. Like, you
Am I?
bugging. Yeah, you bugging. Yeah, yeah. Oh, my
like-
God.
like-
All
like-
the time. All the time. Like, trust me.
and then it's like,
But
oh,
when
yeah,
the ones
you know
that
what?
we-
You right, dog.
But was
I-
the
they
beauty
call
of
me
it all?
slipping.
Why we're different like that? Because when the paths cross with the beats that we both like together like that,
oh man,
That's
It's
when-
science.
that's when it's
like-
pretty cool. That's when it's pretty fun over there, man. Let me tell you, because then we're both in like we both like that
it's
shit.
in the pocket.
It's a
and we're
zone,
and we're
yeah.
both thinking focused on how we want to do
Fuck.
everything.
The
That's
choruses come out
crazy.
Good and shit.
But those are the beats we kind of look for nowadays.
Word. I mean, but that's how it be.
Those are the
though.
good days. We want nothing but good days.
That's how it is now. Do you structure your shit with verses first, then hook and
Nah,
bridge?
yo, listen
or is
again. It
just-
doesn't come from me, so I don't know how
Yeah,
it comes.
Look, every
I
beat,
feel
I
you.
never know how
Every
it's gonna
beat-
come.
Me neither.
every
bro.
beat has its
Air
own
that.
energy.
Air that. Me
Every
neither,
beat
bro.
has its own
Man,
energy.
I don't
I
own
gotta
these
ask it,
things.
but I gotta ask it, but
I
because
don't
some
own it
people
like
might be
that.
like, no, this is how I'll do it.
No.
So I gotta ask. But if it's organic,
every beat has their own energy. I never
think a lot. I think on it. I listen to the beat until the spirit just comes in
step
and
to a
says,
beat with a
"Oh,
verse already done. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Like I used to back in the day, but now I don't. Now I gotta hear it, and I'm gonna write to that beat specifically.
Yeah, all my verses are done. Every verse that I write nowadays in my life are
They
just
were
for
written
the
to
song that's
something,
gonna
yeah,
be on now.
exactly.
Because
I don't even have loose verses.
I
no
use
more to throw
all
at,
my
yeah.
loose verses and lines are on songs
Yeah.
on my lifetime. I did that many songs.
Yeah. So
That's
now it's like
crazy.
right
That's
on
a
the
lot of
spot
songs,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
that's what I mean. I have a lot of shit, but it's all 2 songs. None of them are loose.
Exactly.
Like there's nothing like that. I'm like, oh, I could put that on. You know what I mean? It's too. I
Yeah,
wrote it to
exactly.
something. Like I told you that shit that I wanted to do. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
mention.
That's
it.
the same
Yeah,
feeling I got.
motherfuckers
I don't got
gonna-
nothing.
Yeah, shit.
Like,
Y'all
I
not
don't
gonna
really
buy
got
my
nothing I
shit.
could put on somebody.
But
shit like
you get
that.
what I'm
I
saying?
got-
Nothing is loose.
Yeah.
But now, do y'all feel more mentally healthy? The fact that there's no longer any loose verses, that there's not like, damn, remember that shit I had? I should have put that on.
I really wish I didn't use all them verses
Yeah.
for half of the beats and kept them.
Yeah.
And had a lot more shit to
Like I don't.
use.
I tell you this: if
Hell yeah.
I go to a radio show
Hell yeah.
and I spit a verse on a radio show, that's gonna be the verse I'm gonna use at every radio show I go to because
Because that's your radio show
exactly,
verse.
yeah, that I got ready. Yeah.
Okay,
And you know, like,
Word
I got like 4 or 5 verses that I could spare
At a radio.
at radio shows, and the rest I'm coming out of my bag.
No,
with,
all I
you
got
know,
is
with
podcast
verse-
verses.
With,
You got-
with
oh,
verses for
shit.
All I
songs.
got is Illegal YouTube podcast.
Can we hear a fucking verse? No, I'm not gonna put
I
you
got
on the spot
nothing
like
for
that.
terrestrial
I'm
radio.
not gonna put you on the
No,
spot.
Please
like
don't.
that.
No, but
No, I'm not
no,
gonna do
but
that.
but nah, like now, like I said, most of the songs that I write are dedicated.
It's just
to
fresh. How dope is that to just come at it
Absolutely.
fresh?
I kind of like that though
man?
because we have a fresh idea, fresh clean slate, blackboard on the mind. You get to write new things on it.
Every beat has its own energy.
It's pretty cool. Yes,
right?
every
I think
beat
that
has
is
its own
right.
energy.
It does.
What
Beat
I,
whisperer.
what I write for one beat is not going to be for what I'm going to write for the next beat. It's not going to draw that same feeling, and how I'm going to spit it to that beat is not going to be the same. I've actually respit verses to other beats, and I'm like, oh, it sounds good and shit like that. but
Sometimes
still,
it does sound better. On
Yeah,
different
it
beats.
does. It
Sometimes.
totally does. It
So
totally
the energy
does.
is off.
But exactly, the energy ain't
Something
there
ain't right.
because your original fucking soul was in that first beat you wrote it to. You know,
I
but
can hear
that's
that.
just
Yeah,
me. You
that's
know,
just- I can hear that. I can hear that.
Now, this is another question I have. When you write something, do you feel like if you wrote it Monday, 10 p.m., but you laid it down Thursday, are you ever like, I'm fucking over it? It was dope on Monday. It ain't dope today on Thursday. But if you would have laid it down on Monday, Thursday, when you heard it back 4 days later, you would have still been like, yo.
I don't know, but I know.
You get what I'm saying, though?
I don't know
I-
about that.
I
When
do,
you
I
write, and I would have, if I wrote a
Look.
verse right now and laid it down, the energy was right now, so it would have come off like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So if I wrote it on Monday and then Thursday I went to the stew for my session and went to spit it, I'm kind of like, I'm over it.
Shout out to Thurston Howell. I'm gonna use him
Thurston
for
Howell.
an example
Low
for this.
blow.
When we laid down the joint that we did together, he wrote it right there. Like we just had a radio show. We bounced from the radio show, came over to the crib, sat there. We were burning. He heard the beat, started writing the verse there, and
That goes to show, my
and-
bad to cut you off, that goes to show how deep you go with this hip hop shit.
Oh,
if
nah,
you
like
fucking with
he's-
Thurston, like, come
no,
on.
I mean, like, you know, that's
Yeah,
the
Steel
big bro.
Sharp is still on the Alamala joint, man. Like,
Come on,
he
man.
definitely
Come
killed
on,
it.
man. My bad. My
But,
bad to cut you
yeah.
off. I just
No,
had
it's
to, I
all
had to
good.
give you the flowers even on
Thank
that.
you,
My
brother.
bad. My
but,
bad. My bad.
But he showed up and literally he wrote his verse right there, and he told me, he was like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. He was like, I want to spit it now.
That's why he
Why-
gets
why-
the
why-
big
why-
bucks.
why-
I can't do no shit like
you know,
that. You
and,
kidding me?
And literally, like,
I don't think I can sit on somebody's couch and write a verse like that.
We're gonna get
You
there.
kidding me?
We're gonna finish this. I wanna.
I'm gonna look right into the camera. This motherfucker full of shit.
He
over
lying,
here,
dog.
man. You know,
He
I'll be
lying.
in the studio with this motherfucker all the time, man. We get a lot done. To this day. No, but yo, shout out to Thurston. He came through. He wrote that motherfucking verse, and he spit it right there because he said, "Yo, I want the same energy I got right now."
Word,
That's
man.
what I'm
Yo,
saying.
Durst is a good dude,
And,
man.
and on top of that, I also want to say my man banged it out on his first take. He laid that.
Oh,
shit
did
down.
he? First taker take?
First take. He kept the first take.
Professional,
and was like,
man.
Let me try it again. Spit the second take, and he was like,
No, keep the first.
He was like, nah, just keep the first one.
I'm
out
outta
of
here. Peace.
Professional
Bro.
He
style.
did his thing, brother.
I remember I seen him on a Rocksteady anniversary. Motherfucker came through with a football helmet, no
Yeah,
face mask,
yeah, with the
with the mic
motherfucking-
guard,
the
with
mic,
the
yeah,
with the pop
stopper,
filter,
yeah.
with the pop filter.
Yeah, he had
And
that.
shout out to C. Ray's Walls, who pulled up in a orange correction jumpsuit with 2 fake police officers.
C-Ray
Shout out
is
to
a wild
C-Ray
boy,
Wall,
He's
man.
a wild boy.
Bro, so underrated.
He's very underrated.
Yeah, he's kind of
His
going through a
bars-
thing right now. But shout out to the
His
bro.
bars
He's an
are over
IOC
the head.
homie.
His bars are so bananas.
Right now, his bars are in front of his face.
Yeah, that's the only problem right now that's going on.
Shout out to C. Ray
But
Walls.
shout
man.
out to CC.
But it's-
also.
bonkers. Like his shit is like.
Yeah, man.
He said, I run in the club with rum in the cup, ready to rush a DJ just to make that music jump. If I hit the club, I go with 10 beans. And the white kids that can't jump because they own the team.
So who do you be listening to nowadays? What kind of
Nowadays-
you was playing as people like you
Yeah,
was
I
playing
fuck
Blue
with-
in Exile. You was
I'm
playing Black.
nah, Blue is old. I'm
Flatbush
over Blue.
Zombies.
I fuck with Flatbush Zombies right now, but if I was to tell you who I every day listen to,
Yeah.
it's Earth Gang.
Okay.
Earth Gang. Mick Jenkins is number 1.
Shout out to.
I'm
Mick
just
Jenkins.
fucking with Mick Jenkins for the
Okay.
fact that I feel that this might be controversial, whatever.
What?
he is this generation's Andre 3000.
Okay.
People didn't notice what Andre 3000 was until it was Andre 3000.
Word.
And when he skedaddled off the scene, it was like, oh, but wait. And a couple of features, it was like, I get them saddle lace-ups. And it was like, oh, shit, Black Thought.
Word.
I had a conversation with FaZe. Shout out to the homie FaZe. Episode 51 is going to drop this week. I said my top 3 MCs that are not Sean Price.
Yeah,
It's a different. I'm not talking about lyrics.
We're talking about people.
Yeah, I'll fight somebody. If somebody say Sean Price ain't nice, we gotta fight.
Okay.
But I'm saying on the top 3, this is my list that I feel like if you say no, we can't be friends.
Okay. Who is it?
We can't be friends.
So who is it?
Black Thought,
Okay.
Pharoah Monch,
Pharoah Monch. Okay.
Andre 3000.
Andre
All right, I'll
3.
give you that.
Those 3 have to be like.
Somewhere in somebody's top 10, top
in my-
5.
in
I just feel like we can't put them in a list.
In my top
Okay.
5, Black Thought is in there, Pharoah Monch is in there, but Most Def is in there with them as well.
Yeah, but I mean those
three together right there.
I feel like the
think
3 that I mentioned. My
that
bad.
trio.
My bad to cut you off.
Yeah.
I just want the 3 are not on the list. These are aliens. Like
think
those are the
somebody-
aliens.
You want-
And
you
then
want-
we could do
Alright,
the
I
most
feel you, I
definitely.
feel you, I
So
feel
who are
you,
your
I feel
3 aliens that you're like?
Well,
Don't even put top 5.
G-Rap, I guess, because to me, I don't think
Fuck, that's a good one.
nobody's better than him in
Cool
my eyes,
G-Rap.
man. Yeah, like he got like some, and it's funny because his albums are not my favorite albums of all time, but lyrically, he was one of my most influential MCs.
His verse on Mobb Deep shit.
As far as like
His
old
verse on
everything.
yeah,
My bad. Go ahead.
yeah.
Cool G-Rap. Your top 3 aliens. Like you don't even. They're not top 5.
Man, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna put Nas up there too because
Wow,
some
alien?
yeah, man.
Alien status?
Yeah. I'm not talking about like as far as like albums either. I'm just talking about like lyrically.
Yeah, like
you
just like stop.
Nas
playing.
has always been on some
Yeah,
other
yeah.
shit to me, and yeah, man, I would definitely put motherfucking
We got Cool
Thought.
G-Rap, Nas, and Black Thought.
Thought, man. Yeah.
Who's your 3 aliens? Not top 5, because my top 5 is different. Because Sean Price is number 1.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna fucking do Redman. You know what I mean? But like, what are your 3 aliens? So
I mean, Alien. 3. Some of the people that I really looked up to when I was a kid, and when I seen them, even what they do in my face, and I thought they were just amazing. I think Slick Rick, because his name
Can't
rhymes.
deny
I mean, his
that.
name rhymes alone. Like it just shows
Slick
you
Rick.
that his name presents the brand that you're about to get, and when you hear it, it's a good product.
I
One of the
respect
best out
that.
there.
I
You know,
respect that.
even at his older age, people still he puts his chain over you, and you get to wear a Slick Rick chain. He's like he's the Don out there, man. Gotta respect that.
I respect. God damn, that's a good one, man.
I like Q-Tip because
Oh,
of
shit.
Q-Tip is
I
like
fucking
he makes beats, he DJs, he raps,
Needle drop.
and
Yeah,
and he does like he been doing that since the 80s, and like he's doing it now, and it's just amazing. That's an alien, like that's the everlasting, that's immortal
right.
type shit. Like that's insanely.
That's what I mean.
He originated his own lane of hip hop, that whole underground alternative sound that we still love today. That
Neo
jazzy.
soul.
That's all like
Whatever the
Q-Tip. That's all native tongues and shit from
Yup.
when we were younger. That's
Leaders of the
insane.
fucking.
Just insane that the whole brand that he started as a kid that he could live through now. So Q-Tip, Slick Rick, and like shit, I'm still waiting for the next Wower like that to bring the next trail of hip hop. Everything after that are like derivatives of what those two men like kind of started, and it's all like off that branch. Like them cats started like their own trends that stood the test of times. Like Kanye comes from for example, Kanye West will come and like come from the Q-Tip branches.
Yeah,
and shit.
the De La Soul,
Absolutely.
the
Coogee raps and Big
Mos
Puns that
Defs,
come from the Slick
Talib
Rick
Kweli.
branch of
Yeah.
hip hop like that. So that's my
Yeah.
comparison to how I feel that will come up. And those two are some phenomenal MCs, and all the other rappers are the name of great MCs too. You know,
That's because that's the thing, right? Like I feel like there's the alien status where it's like, all right, listen, you can't put this guy with that guy. Like it's not fair.
you can put anybody to anybody. It's like in a like if you want to box. I mean, yeah, you can box. If you're at a certain weight class, you can fight.
That's the thing.
And if you want to fight after the fight, you can fight off the weight class too. If you want to fight, So
You're
if you want
right.
to fight, you can fight.
But you wouldn't put a heavyweight with a featherweight, is what I mean. And
Not
there's
for money.
heavyweights.
Not
You
for
feel what
not
I'm
for
saying?
money.
Like,
Not on
and
the
those
money
are the
card.
aliens where it's like
Not on the
stop
money
playing.
card. Nah, but they'll fight if you see them at a bar and a featherweight and a heavyweight touch the featherweight
Girl,
wife.
oh, it's a problem.
You see
We
that
going-
featherweight
yeah.
fighting.
Yeah. We going, yeah.
I don't know, but at the same time, there's a big difference between the rucker and the league, bro. You
But
know?
like
Yes,
KRS
that's
One,
what I
but
mean.
when somebody
There's
says you
levels.
can't,
Yeah.
when you say you can't battle KRS One versus Kendrick Lamar, you can't go up against Schoolboy
I
Q.
mean, you could go up
versus,
against anybody you want, but you gotta be at.
Ice-T or Snoop
No.
Doggy Dogg or some shit.
No,
like,
it's fine.
Everybody can get the food everybody can get it if they go at it.
Absolutely,
And
but
that
at the same
feel
time, the
of
only
rap.
the only way that people are even gonna listen to you or give you a chance is if you're stepping up in that platform. You know, like, all right, let's use LL and Cannabis. You know, Cannabis as a nobody would have never got LL's attention for that, but because Cannabis was already ringing bells and making a scene, it was an opportunity for him to try to step into the league. You saw what happened when he stepped in the league, though.
Right.
You know, like none against Biss.
No.
But look. It's like this. It's not
shit,
that
I
he,
got that snorted on the mic.
it's not that he couldn't outpunch the motherfucker. He just got outclassed. That's what it was.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
LL was outclassing him. You know, he wasn't out rapping him because he couldn't do that. He definitely
No,
couldn't
you
out-rap
can't. You
Biss.
can't.
But he outclassed him. You know, and you know that
wow,
was the
that's
result
a
of that
good
battle.
analogy.
So
Yeah.
like, you know, it's like that, man. It's kind of like that.
But yeah, brother.
Damn, that's crazy because it's like, but I bring this up all the goddamn time, and shout out to the homie Shakes. Obviously, you already know, right? Where if y'all heard this already on the podcast, I'm sorry, but anytime I talk to a hip hop person, right, or an artist,
I mean, this is your 52nd.
Yeah, right.
so they heard it already.
So if you want to shout out anybody throughout the 52 episodes, is there anybody that you want to give a...
You very well should be able to.
everybody, right? But Shakes was like, and like I would go to like some music that I'd be like, man, fuck them. I don't fuck. That's stupid.
Okay.
And I got 4 elements tattooed on my body.
Okay.
So hip hop to me is, I'm fucking hip hop, bro. Like I said, you don't like some price, we gotta go outside. Like that's what it is. Like win or lose, we just gotta fight, right? Like whatever. So now I'm like, fuck that music. And Shakes was like, yo, listen, art is art. He's like, if you go to the museum, there's art in the museum. You look at one picture or one painting and you're like, it's fucking trash.
Uh-huh.
You look at another painting and you're like, fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
The guy behind you's like, that's trash. That's dope. At the end of the day, it all deserves to be in the museum because it's still art. You just don't want to hang it up in your house.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that it's not art. It's just not your art.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. That's the most logical. And now I went from fuck that music to let them do what they do.
Yeah. Look, listen.
You
man.
feel me?
Some-
I'm still going to have the reservation of if you consider yourself a soul or a Joey Dynamite,
Mm-hmm.
but you ain't soul or Joey Dynamite, I'm going to have a problem.
Word.
Like, dog, you're faking the funk. You ain't dropping soul bars. You ain't dropping
yeah.
Dynamite bars. You get what I'm saying?
Indeed,
if
yeah.
if you're claiming that. But if you say, look, fam, I just rap, I'll be like, all right, cool, do you. But
Well-
don't claim you're in the trenches when we all know. I guess that's where I would draw the line. Am I
This-
fair in that?
No, you're definitely right. This, but one thing I would just want to add to that is that this rap shit now is a young man's sport, and it always been actually. It always been, you know, like that's why you eventually have old school rap because the new generation takes what rap is and transforms it to what it is. Our generation took what Rakim laid the blueprint on and what Native Tongue put the blueprint on and formed this authentic golden era, quote unquote, that we come from, and that's why we're such sticklers with our taste of rap and everything. But at the same time, when that was popping, all that rap that was going to the bang, all that bullshit, we weren't listening to that, and we thought it was corny. Now that I'm older, I appreciate that 80s stuff totally, but I still rock with the early and mid 90s.
I like a lot of the new music out too, though. I'm not like an old head that's like stubborn to like what's out new. I like some of the new sound. I don't like all of it, but I don't like all of the older stuff that I grew up with either. You know, I just like what I like. I can't explain it.
I'm not gonna compromise my style to it though, because like that's my whole thing. I enjoy it, but I'm not gonna do a drill song, you know, because that's popping now, you know, like, you know, I'm not gonna do a drill beat and rhyme on that, you know, like because that's not what I'm trying to do, you know. And, you know, nothing against anyone doing that, by all means, go ahead.
Right, you may hear a ZALEZ drill song and it's like, whatever,
yeah,
it'll
exactly.
be dope, and you may be like, oh, that's just hot.
You know?
Joey may be on the hook and it'll be a NUJERICANS song.
Yeah, if we could put like a hip hop undertone to it, man, I'm with it all day.
Yeah, man.
But, you know,
at the end of the day, you know.
All I'm saying is that I'm not gonna compromise my soul to what is going on. I'm just gonna continue doing what I do, and I know that the people who I do it for are gonna gravitate towards it. That's it.
That's like that's a powerful thing, right? Because you could be like, I'm gonna do what everybody else is doing. It's like,
I mean, a lot of people try, man. A lot of people try, man.
And sometimes it works, though. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
sometimes it fucking works.
That's that want to be young forever shit, man. You know, like some people could do it. Some people could, you know who could do that? Busta Rhymes. He's one that he's already one of the greatest.
Yeah, he's dope. Busta Rhymes crazy. He's still killing them.
He already did it for 4 generations.
Yeah, he's still kind of killing them right now. He's been doing it since the late 80s.
And he's still at it. Still could get on a song with any rapper now and do his fucking thing.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Busta is one who stands the
and
test.
he chills next to Q-Tip, so he knows where the greatness falls too. So he didn't go too far from that lineage.
That's the other thing, right?
That's
when you
love,
see somebody of where he came from.
He probably saw Q-Tip like, yo, you on the right path. I'm about to level up.
I mean, a lot of people. It ain't just him. You wouldn't have Rod Digger if it wasn't for Q-Tip. You wouldn't have the Rock Marcianos if it wasn't for
Q-Tip. Q-Tip is a mad influential person in our culture, bro. He don't get his roses enough in like Time Awards. And
he does not.
You know, he was mad influential to a lot of people's thoughts and being different and knowing that it could be all right and you could still be cool and do it in the hip hop world and from the city and the streets and the hood.
Yeah, he does it. I feel like the real hip hop people know the level of what Q-Tip is.
I remember the first time I saw Q-Tip at the Santo House spinning.
Yeah,
and he just showed love. He just all he did was stick his hand out, just hug me. I was like, "Oh shit, this Q-Tip."
Yeah, I saw
he's
him
probably shook a billion people's hands like that same way and shit.
I went to
mad love.
ATP, APT. There's a club in the city. The apartment. You walk into the front door, and it looked like a dead ass apartment. Like they had a couch, TV, a coffee table, but it was a lounge. And you're like, "What the fuck?" It was an apartment, dog. You're like, the fuck are these people doing in here? And my homie's like, nah, this is a spot. I'm like, yo, I'm going to say his name. I got to keep it on the low because of his career, right? But I was like, yo, what the fuck are we doing out here? And he was like, trust me, bro. This is downstairs is the shit. Went downstairs, Love Bug Starsky.
Oh, nice, wow.
Q-Tip and Red Alert.
All DJing.
Bro, this shit was the size of my living room. And they right there.
No, that's dope.
And it had 2 walls with a couple stools where you could sit down by like a half wall. Like it's just a wall. There's like a fucking waist high wall with a stool. And it's like it looked like a mini roller skating rink. And they just in there. Love Buzz Starsky, Red Alert, Q-Tip just dropping records.
Like those cats know like how the essence of hip hop sounded by the blends and finding real samples through finding the record. And that's how you made the beat that you love. Like, that's the kind of hip hop.
Like I told him, I fucking I slid in him before. I watched the video, Q-Tip needle dropping.
Yeah. With Kanye West watching, like, oh my God.
Blowing him away,
Bro.
I mean, and these guys do that. I mean,
unbelievable.
Biz Markie, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
He knew how to needle drop.
Damn, that's crazy. Face said rest in peace.
All the old
heads. He came
heads.
up twice, bro.
All the old heads knew how to. That's like a requirement to be a DJ back in those days.
To needle drop and see the shadow.
And
you're like, that's dark gray. Dark black.
A dope DJ out here in Jersey is DJ Mysterio. That dude does like
he's
magic
dope.
tricks, man. He
Yeah.
makes the record float. He does
Cheese
like
also.
man,
Cheese is dope
insane,
also.
insane. He's a magician slash DJ.
DJ Cheese, man. He's a
Wow.
DJ Cheese. You
No,
guys
he's
see Reality from the Flip the Script
Hell
radio
yeah,
show.
That's one that
He
you know
cuts
he,
it up
he
really
doesn't
nice.
get enough motherfucking.
And he was on
No,
BA.
no.
He did a lot of
Enough
shit,
credit
man,
for
in
what
his
he
life.
does.
When y'all do shows, right? Is there like how does it work as far as like you just hear the beats
Nah, babe. Well, basically now most of these shows
How does it work?
have
in 2021?
how it is most of these shows have DJs there that are running a DJ system with Serato, and we come with flash drives. Hit them with the flash drive, and obviously there'll be a folder in there with all our beats, and then you know
And the
they'll-
set list is
Exact,
done.
right in there. I'll line up the beats like
about
1,
right.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Just play it.
and they'll take it. He'll set it off, you know. And depending on the kind of DJ we have, like you know, the last DJ we had, we were fortunate enough to have Brown Bum, and he's like a phenomenal DJ. He's the tour DJ for Ari the Rugged Man and Afro, so he knew how to.
Shout
he,
out to
he knew-
Afro, bro.
He
Something
knew how
else.
to control that set for us.
Joey,
you
you
know?
ever use a CD for a show and give the DJ a CD?
Of course. in
You
the
ever give
past,
somebody
man,
a
of
cassette
course,
tape?
of
You ever
course.
give somebody a DAT, shit like that?
I mean, I not aid that, but I used to show up with tapes for like shows
Did all of 'em.
back in like
Just hit play.
1990.
Don't
Shit
hit
like
rewind,
that.
dog.
Don't rewind this. Push play. Just let
97,
it run.
98,
Let
that's
it
what I was
run.
doing shows like bring
Don't
fucking
stop it.
cassettes, yeah. Tape. I mean, having a CD back then was a luxury, especially if you had a CD.
I used to walk around with a radio with a bunch of like stolen batteries and just play tape instrumentals
you
in
already
Newark.
know.
yeah.
just catch ciphers
I
and
used to
shit.
get in school suspension for walking
We had
around with a
we had
radio.
a group called
Yes,
Forbidden
yes.
Chapters. We used to do a lot of stuff in the Jersey area and
Absolutely,
shit
yeah,
like that,
man.
man.
Yeah, that's him, bro.
Crazy.
Yo,
that's him and his
Forbidden
people,
Chapters.
yeah.
I remember that
Yeah,
though.
Guinness style.
Is that what I
Guinness
think?
Stout.
What the fuck?
And shit, yeah,
Forbidden
man.
Chapters.
We're
I
a
feel like you
big-
put a.
It's like
I
a
probably
big. I
put
was part of a
some,
big
yeah.
crew out in Jersey back in the late '90s, early
Yeah.
2000s. We used to do shows and shit like that. Shout out to Immortal Technique and shit. You know, shout out
Wow.
to Sal. We used to do shows with that cat.
And it's like they're like some people, right? Where it's like
Yeah, like Prism.
Prism,
like
yeah,
Arch?
from Raw.
arch rival,
Art Kike, yeah. That's my man's and shit.
bro.
That's a Puerto Rican name right there, Kike.
Nah,
Mexican.
he's Mexican.
He's
Oh yeah,
Me-
but
yeah,
Kike is a
Art-
Spanish name. That's a
Yeah,
super
yeah, yeah.
Spanish name.
But shout out to Arch, right? And I'm like, and even Metaphor, like they were doing something that was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It was boom bappy.
Yeah,
totally
It was
was,
fucking boom bap
That's
to
the
the
shit we were doing
motherfucking
there, yeah.
core.
I mean,
Yeah.
shout out to Metaphor. I was like their fucking producer back in the
Oh, yeah?
days. I used to go
Okay.
up to the studio with them to make the beats. I did the beat for Going Crazy, and
I'm going crazy.
Yeah,
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 rack you
the
up like
pool
pool balls and
balls,
kick
word up.
rides until the roof falls
Yeah,
on all you
brother, I
pool
did
balls.
that
Yeah, I
beat.
think I'm
Oh,
playing.
yeah?
yeah,
Y'all
I did
think
that
I'm
beat.
playing out
I
here,
did
man.
that beat, and I did
Okay.
another one, another violin beat that I forgot that they were on.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah, I'm saying, don't sleep with Joey
I still
Dynamite got
it.
them
The CD
beats,
don't
man.
work, but I still have it.
I got them joints on tape so somewhere. One of these days I'm gonna resurrect all
And
them like OG Amboy shits.
What
man.
year was this you're talking?
Oh man,
Fuck,
bro,
97?
2001? Oh, 90s, 98?
Yeah,
Okay.
like
97?
way back in the day, man. Like you know, like I said, I grew up on Brook, man. Right there, motherfucking. We had Nature Born living right up the street. We had Lunatic Asylum. You know, Milkbone lived right. You know, Laney Homes. We right there on Brook, we were next to the Dunlap and shit.
Shout
so
out to
we were-
Flame and Nature Born. Flame was on here. I
Word
forgot
up.
what episode it was, but
Okay.
You know,
Flame was on here.
that was, those are the OGs from the neighborhood. Shout out to Tone Live and shit.
Oh,
you
shout out to
know.
my boy
Tall
Tone
Can
Liv.
Boys.
So you know,
Tall
Only
Can
Dead
Boys.
Fish. That's my
man.
brother right
That's
there.
all.
Yo, I want to
Liv.
sit down and chop it up
Papi,
with
if
Tone
you hear
Liv,
me,
bro.
Papi, where you at,
Think
Papi?
do it?
Holla at Tone. He'll come.
I'm
He
He
should have been here right now. Call
I'll
him
let
up.
him
Let's
know.
get
Yeah.
Tone.
I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up.
He'll come over here.
Okay,
You know,
Tall
Tall Can
Cans.
Boys. You know
He'll
what I'm
be here.
saying? I'll get a couple tall cans for the homie.
Hell yeah. He's
Hell yeah, I'll sit
fucking
down and
funny
chop it
as
up with
hell.
Tone
I got a
Liv.
project with
Bro,
Tone
man.
Liv too. Only Dead Fish go with the flow. He got
Absolutely,
like
yes.
3 beats on that bitch. 2 or 3 beats on that
Only
bitch.
Dead- I
Bangers.
feel like I seen that though.
Yeah,
I feel like I might have heard a couple
fish
joints.
drawing in the album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Only
Shout out to
Dead- Only-
talented artist Mustard from Jersey City.
Word
He's
up.
You know
killing it
why
right now.
I
Made the
know?
cover.
Because that title, I was like, fuck, I wish it was mine.
Yeah.
The Michelangelo of our day made the cover.
You know
on
what
that,
I'm
man.
saying?
So
Like
insane.
only dead fish go with. Come on, bro.
It's an old
It's
term,
some
but it holds true for today, man. It's an old term,
But
but
yeah,
holds true.
it's a very dope album, man. You know, I got like two real good bangers on there and shit. You know?
Joey makes some beats, man. Don't sleep on. Shout out to Joey.
Damn.
Technically, I was supposed to drop a verse on that album, but I was living in Miami at the time, so I wasn't here for the recording.
Zoom wasn't popping like that.
Nah, I wasn't. And not only that, I wasn't really into like I didn't have my studio set up back then, so I just sent them the beats and shit.
Everything's different now, though, man. Everything's a lot different though now, man.
Now,
It's
do you feel like it's easier to make music now than it was before?
I have a studio. He has a studio. We have friends.
Yeah, like
studios.
this is light work.
I mean, when I was a kid, you have to like
my verse to you.
Exactly.
Can you Dropbox a verse to somebody?
We do, I actually,
we transfer.
Actually, shout out to my man A Sharp. He's supposed to be Dropboxing the album, the mixed album for us to listen.
Sharp.
We're supposed to be listening to that later today. Hit that Dropbox.
Sharp.
You know what it is?
This will be out in a week, and if you still ain't sending it out by now,
sidetrack face.
By then it'll be out there.
By then, hopefully you did send it, dog.
Yeah, brother.
You know what I mean? Word. But it's
Fucking,
easier now, though.
It is.
It's a lot easier now. You know, we got our own stuffs a little bit. You know, so you can send fly verses around. Shit like that.
Yeah, man, it's super easy now, man. You know, like even we're working with people. I mean, preferably I like to. You know, like how we did with the first album, we sat with Thurston, laid that shit down. We sat with the Artifacts, wrote those verses, laid that bitch down. You know, like that was
Fatboy Sharif. Shout out to Fatboy Sharif. He was on the album too. So
came through. You know, our homie Nam Myers, rest in peace. Our homie Light.
Yeah.
You know, he came through. Everybody that was
Myers,
featured on that album sat on my motherfucking couch and wrote their verses.
And
then we all walked into the booth together and laid our shit down. That was that. You want to talk about organic?
That was organic.
Cop that first album, A La Mala. That's
Super
as organic as it comes, bro. Because, like I said, everything, like those features, you know, like a lot of it, you holla at Thurston. Thurston's gonna email you your verse, bro. You know, we were there. He wrote that with us. Like we were there. You know? So, and did it in my mic. That if you work with me, you're spitting on the same mic that he fucking worked on. You know.
Yeah.
So that's real shit, man.
So it'll be on eBay auction in about 20 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure he autographs. I'm gonna get Tame and L to autograph that mic too. You know?
Tame one.
It'll be an mic. I'll sign it. He'll sign it.
Word up, man.
Word up. I might have to even get one.
Be like
hang it up. Make it an NFT.
Make it an NFT. Get a song.
Make it an NFT, dog. You might as well.
I mean, that's the new thing, right? People are making NFTs for things.
Bro, and yo,
like this could be an NFT if we just put a sticker on it or something.
Listen, you never know because like if you watch fucking Nardwar and when he was interviewing Drake purchased a microphone that was signed by Pusha T that Pusha T used on stage. So you know, so
it's like
people buy anything. So
word, bro.
You know,
you could sell whatever the fuck. Like it don't matter. There's a market for anything. Yep. If you put a crazy value on something, like you could be like, yo, son, this water bottle right here, $5,000. I wonder if I were to put this online somewhere, $5,000. I wonder if somebody be like, I don't know why, but I want it.
Hey, listen.
You feel me? Like that's some crazy shit.
This is the episode 52 cap commemorative. With the double dent. The double dented.
Double dent.
If you want it, just get it.
Holla at me.
For real.
AWOLpod@gmail.com. That's a real email. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
But like, now, so if in 2021 it's easier to make music, does that take a load off your back as far as it gives you more leeway to like if you want to work with an artist that now you're not like, I gotta fucking drive to Brooklyn, bro.
Oh yeah, no, that's
you know.
It depends. If it's close, like a Brooklyn drive, I'll take the Brooklyn drive. I'd rather be in the same studio working with somebody to see where all our brains are working
better,
at,
right?
Me too.
Than having me fly my verse to you and then you hear what I said and you trying to match my energy.
And then you try to beat me, like if you.
Well, yeah, you could try, but
exactly,
I kind of just want to like
that energy.
You know what I'm saying?
But if that's the only option.
But I'd rather. Would you rather be in this? I'd rather just be in the studio with you, fam, and then we just do it right now.
And if it can't happen like that, I understand. I've done verses like that before in the past. It's cool.
It puts a lot of pressure on rappers too, man. There's a lot of rappers that can't sit there and write, you know,
in front of people.
Exactly. They be like they gotta be in their room locked up by themselves, you know, without no friends. And some people are like that, man. Some people.
Hey, that could be their muse.
Got their own thing. I don't give a fuck where it's at. You could do it here.
Wow,
do it
while
when I get
parking lot in the
home.
car,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you know,
we
gonna
gotta
write
show
it.
up 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna write it, man. You know, and it gets done.
You give me some money, you'll see your verse somewhere
Oh,
in the
before you
email.
fucking right,
Shit.
man. You hit that motherfucking PayPal, bro. I write a verse so fast it'll make your head spin, bro, and it'll be fucking good too, man. I ain't bullshit.
You heard? And it be some bars.
It'll be good,
You wanna
man.
see some business?
I promise you, man. I promise you. I put my heart and soul in. To this day.
You know?
Put my heart and soul to that motherfucker to this day.
But definitely, yo, we're the Nujericans. We're working on this new project called La Ruta Natural.
La Ruta Natural.
And you know, definitely, you know, just stay in the antenna, check us out, man. You know, and
Yeah, again,
Word.
smash that motherfucking like button, man. Get there.
So I'm gonna put all that shit in there.
Yeah, I know, brother.
I'm gonna put all that in the description, right? And man, I hope we do this again, bro. Right?
Word, man. That was fun.
I really hope we do this again, bro.
You know where I'm at? I'm right across the bridge, brother. You know.
Nah, man. I'm gonna have to come check out the stew too. I'm gonna have to go there. Lay some shit down.
Definitely come
Dope.
through.
I'm
You
gonna wanna
already
lay
know
some
I
shit
got
down,
I got
bro.
my spot, yo.
Yeah,
I got my
yeah.
spot. I'm right there, man.
I'm gonna have to put some tracks together, and I think out of shout out to the homie Shakes. I was comfortable having him record my shit, right?
Word.
Cause he hip hop in the motherfucker, and but come on, what are we talking about, right,
Yeah,
man?
man,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And like I said, it
Come-
was
Come through and you could see the crazy Sean Price memorabilia that I have over there. I got like one major piece. I'm gonna talk about
Do
it
you?
real quick. Oh man, check this out.
But
So-
show 'em-
how much you want for it?
No,
I don't even
can't.
know what it is.
No, I
He ain't
can't.
selling that shit,
I'm
man.
not. I wouldn't, bro. Like
ain't
they would
selling
have
that
to, you know, Sean Price would have to come back from the grave and be like, you gotta sell it like that for me to get rid of it. But anyway,
Oh no,
I
want.
I was fortunate enough to inherit my boy's record collection, and he was a party DJ, but also a real hip hop DJ. So his collection ranged everything from Chingy to
Sean Price.
to company flow, you know, like real like underground hip hop shit.
Yo.
So it ranged from that. So I inherited all these records. One day I would have to thumb through every record to sort out what I wanted and what I was gonna sell. So I'm sorting through the records and I'm coming across a pile that's like good. I'm talking about like hieroglyphics, but, like, crazy, and I'm talking about singles.
Shout
you
out to the homie K.
My man had the Common Sold by the Pound single on vinyl, all type of shit. But anyway, I pull out this record. This is a black record, but it's a white label test press, and I'm looking at it, and sure enough, on it says Sean Price, Telemundo, produced by Aguilar, test press, and his phone number. And
It's all handwritten.
and it's all written by him.
What?
Yeah, and I got the cosign because I know Aguilar. You know, he actually sent a couple beats that we're probably gonna be working on for a future album.
Aguilar still doing his thing?
Yeah, he is. So I hollered at him and I was like, "Yo, what's good? Is this official?" I sent him a picture. He was like, "Yeah, man, that's P's writing." You know, so I was like, "My man." So I took it. It's in the studio. You want to come see it? $5.
How much you want for that?
I ain't never selling that one, brother.
Yo, listen, I'll bring this over there,
Ah,
and I'll wear all my Sean Price clothes.
yeah, you can come and take a picture with it,
Yeah,
brother.
I'll take a.
You can come take a picture
Yo,
with it.
but if
With all
anybody
your
got it,
Sean Price
if anybody
memorabilia.
got it, I'm glad you do.
You know, yeah,
I'm glad you do.
You know the deal, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you do.
And
But
you know,
listen though, if anything ever happens in life,
I got you, brother.
and you're like, I'm fucking done with all this shit, hit me.
I got
Hit me,
you,
dog.
brother. I got
Hit
you,
me,
man.
dog.
I
Just
got
be like,
you.
yo, fam.
I'm gonna put that on a frame too.
Yeah,
Watch,
yeah.
man.
In the
Put that on
will.
a frame.
And in the will.
I got you.
And
I
in the
got you. I'm
will.
gonna put that in there.
Be like, look, I don't give a fuck about everything else. I don't care about the equipment. I don't care about the first press of a Tribe Called Quest album.
That's
even though
it.
I'll take that too. But
The Sean Price test press. I got you.
that's it, bro. And I'm gonna put it in there. We out here with Nujericans.
Peace.
AWOL Podcast. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for being here. I'm gonna put all y'all information in the description below.
You know.
And we all out of here. Thank you for checking in.
Appreciate
Peace.
you. One love.
Peace.